with details on the toxic train derailment in eastern Ohio, where fear and outrage is growing. CBS News has learned employees at the Norfolk Southern say they had expressed concerns about the train that crashed, suggesting it could be too long and heavy. Anger boiled over at a town hall meeting last night as locals complained of health concerns since the accident. Roxana Samarian is in New Waterford, Ohio. Roxana, good morning.
Good morning, Nate. Authorities lifted evacuation orders in East Palestine last Wednesday, just 5 days after the accident. Since then, many people in this area have told me they've started coughing and getting rashes, that fish are dying and pets are getting sick. It's clear they want answers. Outrage poured over at a town hall in East Palestine last night as anxious residents grilled state and local officials. Not present, rail operator Norfolk Southern. CBS News has learned that some of the company's employees had previously expressed concern over the excessive size and weight of the 151-car train, which was 9,300 feet long and weighed 18,000 tons. They say it had suffered at least one breakdown on its route before it derailed in East Palestine. Despite the numerous toxic chemicals released, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine now says tests on 5 steel-encased town wells show it's safe to drink their water. And health officials say the air quality is back to pre-accident levels. But resident Melissa Blake says 2 days after the derailment, doctors diagnosed her with acute bronchitis from chemical fumes. They quarantined me, they gave me breathing treatment, they had to put me on oxygen, they were going to wash my clothes because they didn't know what was on me. One of the chemicals on the train, vinyl chloride, is classified as a carcinogen, and there were other chemicals as well. We know that Ohio train derailment turned chemical spill and its impact on drinking water. We know Louisville Water is currently monitoring the spill, bringing in scientists to detect possible chemicals in our water, and we'll have more on that in just a moment. But first, the impacts closer to the spill, where neighbors say they aren't getting the information they need. Linda Murphy lives in East Palestine, roughly 3 miles from Ground Zero and just up the hill from Leslie Run Creek. There were several dead fish floating at multiple locations along Leslie Run. The Murphys have well water, but right now they're not touching it. That's what we bathe in, that's what we drink, that's what we cook with, and that's what I also give to my animals. So it was a major concern, and they could not reassure me that the water was safe to drink. They didn't say it wasn't, but they absolutely refrained from saying that it was. Linda got one of her horses out of town, but Bert refused to step onto a trailer. Obviously, it might not be instantaneous. Where there's a result, this could be long-term for years and years.
As the powerful tread carefully in East Palestine, Ohio, those who needed the most help were miles away asking for it.
Missed work called, they're like, we're letting you go because you missed. So I lost my job that I just started because of this.
Franklin and Courtney O'Neill have 3 young children. They live in the disaster zone close to the train wreck that sent toxic smoke above the village and material seeping into the groundwater.
It's hard. My throat's been burning and I've been coughing a lot.
They and dozens of others in the area came to this church where Norfolk Southern, the rail company that owns the line, was offering cash assistance. Some of those in line waiting up to 4 hours for $1,000 checks per member of a family.
Really ain't much for what we had to go through.
Locals had complained the company cut checks with legal strings attached.
We have made it very clear that that is just wrong, that nobody should sign away their legal rights to get a check from Norfolk Southern.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders, great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this true doctrine across the 4 winds of the earth in all truth and in sincerity. From the Mad Ariyah, from the Mississippi camp, Lord willing, this be edifying lesson. And it's just a quick lesson through the spirit. GMS quick hit in transit, and just going into this this train derailing in Ohio, and how this is nothing but judgment and a plague, brought upon the land by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. All right? And possibly by way of the left hand, by Esau doing some wickedness to further his agenda. But nevertheless, all things that are done are ordained by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, whether it's on the left or the right. But this chemical spill that has come about by way of this train derailing, it's becoming a bad case, man, especially for the people that's pretty much near ground zero in that area where, the chemical spill happened. And I think it was something that they actually blew up one of the trains carts that was carrying the chemical for whatever reason. But, it's putting a lot of smoke in the air, which is mixed with, the chemical. It's in the air, it's getting in the ground, it's getting in the water, it's getting in people's system. If you see the little clip I played, people talk about how it's affecting their breathing, burning their throats. Not the water, they don't believe it's safe to drink. They've seen dead, like fish, particular animals, I think it's their chickens. This is nothing but the Lord bringing judgment, man. Okay? Nothing is new under the sun. And this chemical spilling or a chemical situation really can get really bad, man, because they say it's getting to the Ohio River, or it's making its way downstream. In the Ohio River, it dumps into the Mississippi, right? In the Mississippi River, man, it starts up around Minnesota, right? And it travels through the state of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, and then it dumps off in the Gulf of Mexico. Now, if this particular hazardous chemical get into the Mississippi and they will just travel downstream, upstream, then you have your additional little rivers, canals, your streams that branches off of the Mississippi, going to wherever they go to, in particular little cities, little towns, just throughout the little forest or whatever. This is going to become a big problem. It's going to start causing an effect within that ecosystem, okay? Because the fish, all the actual mammals of whatever in the water, they're going to start dying out, right? Or become hazardous for people to actually fish out and eat. Okay, they're gonna the animals that drink from that water are gonna become affected, are gonna become ill, possibly die, or possibly be hunted down, and someone been cleaned it up to eat it, before they realize that it has been affected by this particular poison or this chemical, if you will. Whether it's a deer, a turkey, a rabbit, because you know how people get down, they still eat these abominable foods, but nevertheless, the point is, all these particular animals are going to be affected. See, it's one thing about the Lord's creations, man. It's three things, no doubt, that the Lord creations are going to need to survive, man. Whether it's man or the animals, you're going to need food, water, and shelter, okay? And this river, by the spilling of this chemical, is going to cause problems with the vegetation, the animals, and even the animals of the waters, which is going to cause an effect with the people. It's getting inside the people's wells, because some people still use water out of the natural way of getting water through wells, streams, you know, and it's getting into the water systems. So people are not going to be safe to bathe, to drink the water. And even the air, man, as it was saying, people saying is affecting their breathing. You know, I'm pretty sure it's going to get worse, man. People's skin probably going to be getting irritated. Soon people are going to be dying. So, hey, this is the Lord bringing judgment, okay? And I'm going to get a couple scriptures. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Because judgment is coming upon the whole earth. Everybody's going to have to be judged, okay? The Lord is finna bring heavy judgment on the earth, man. 2/3 of Israel, the heathen nations, and definitely Esau, Edom, okay? But you Israelites are really going to be catching hell. But that don't change the fact that the other nations finna get their judgment as well. And if you don't see the video, Esau is getting riled up, man, because they having these issues with their water system, the air they're breathing. You know, they was forced to evacuate. If they didn't evacuate, they were threatened with being locked up. All right. This is putting people in an uncomfortable position. And eventually, man, this little situation, man, is gonna be a reoccurrence in the natural way of life when Jacob's trouble hit, when martial law be on deck, when these UN troops come in. But they ain't gonna be asking, you know. But this is just a small portion. This is just in one of the beginning phases of the reality that's coming. All right, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, going to verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And it says as before, because what? This place, Babylon, is also what? Known, according to the scripture, is what? Spiritually, Sodom and Egypt. Okay, because they still have those traditions, okay, of Egypt, the wicked ways of Egypt. And what Esau is today is the martyr what? Pharaoh. So as again, the scripture say, nothing is new under the sun. So this is just, you know, Rome reloaded, and it's got all Egypt mixed in with it, Babylon mixed in with it. It's just all these wicked kingdoms in one big colossal, man, one big bowl. But the Lord is bringing judgment, man. Okay, and this right here, this whole derailing and chemical spill, brothers that spoke on it saying this is something that was already put in this particular movie. I think it was called on Netflix, White Noise. But Esau has already showed you what he was gonna do, you know. But what the scriptures say that we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. And Satan has the ability to make these type of things happen and present the illusion of it being just a unfortunate accident, when it was all planned and executed, right? This is the book of 2nd Ezra, again, chapter 15, verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment of the Most High shall bring upon it. And the Most High, so like, let me read that again. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. So that is a plague that the Lord is bringing upon it. Or bringing upon Egypt, okay? Bringing upon Babylon, aka America, right? Okay, because a plague is something that can be rotten, poisonous, something that causes uncertainty, trouble. You know what? I had the definition. Let me go and get the definition. Okay, yeah. So plague in etymology is just pretty much get to the point. An affliction, calamity, evil, scourge, severe trouble or vexation. And see, these people are really troubled by what's going on because of the water, the health issues that can come about, the things that are physically happening to them, whether it's breathing, not being able to drink the water, and it's vexation of spirit. Their spirits are being troubled, man, because all this that's going on, and they have no solution, so no answer, and they don't know what the long-term effects gonna be. They don't know how long it's gonna be before they can start cleaning things up and give them some solid answers. But this is just a domino tipping over. It's just shit gonna start happening, man. Shit is gonna start happening because Esau, the scripture say he know this devil is gonna come down great wrath because he know he had but a short time. So he's finna start getting busy, man. Because the Lord is finna start putting the spirit on the minds of these different kings, okay? The Edomites, the other nations. They're finna start, things finna start getting stirred up. And we know Esau, Edom, he's trying to get things set up to bring forth his NWO, right? He's trying to get things positioned for his world dominance that he's going to try to obtain. And it's primarily going to be done by what? Pushing and implementing the MOTB. So that's why the Lord has sent forth his prophets, man, to warn the people of things that's going on. So, starting a great millstone, starting from apostles and elders on down, we're bringing forth prophecy as it's unveiling, man, as it's being revealed through the Spirit, and showing people and warning people this is things that the Lord said was going to happen, okay? So if people are not paying attention, if they're not hearkening, okay, if it's not resonating with them, then the Lord just not dealing with them. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because as it goes to Romans 3:3, so what if some don't believe? Did their unbelief make the faith? Did their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua without effect? Yahweh forbid. Let the Most High be true. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and every man a liar. Okay, so the Lord said prophecy is going to come to pass, man. All these things must come to pass before the end comes. So it's going to happen whether people believe it or not. So if people don't want to believe this is just another sign by way of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua showing that he's finna make something happen, then that's on the people, man. But we're getting the blood off our hands by reporting by way of the Spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Okay, so that was it, man. Just kind of, like I say, a quick impromptu through the Spirit, man. Just going a little bit into how this plague is nothing but this Shalakia, this derailing that's leading to this chemical spill, man, this is nothing but a plague the Lord bringing upon the earth, man, starting right there in Iowa. Okay? So Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to our apostles, the elders, great millstone at Ruwell. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.